Hi, welcome to English Hamster. Are you learning English? Great. Here we learn through stories. They are simple and interesting. You can improve English while learning knowledge. Remember to subscribe, like and comment. Let's get started.
Have you ever wondered why some people continue learning English while others give up? It might seem like some people are just lucky or talented. But the secret to success in learning English is not about luck or talent. The real secret is perseverance. Perseverance means not giving up, even when things feel tough. Everyone who learns English goes through hard times. Maybe you forget words or make mistakes when speaking. But this is okay. The key is to keep going. Perseverance is like a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. Let's imagine this. You want to speak English very well. At first, you might know only a few words. But with perseverance, you keep practicing. It might feel difficult at times, but each mistake you make helps you get better. Over time, you will see improvement. That's the power of perseverance. Passion makes it easier. One of the best ways to never quit is by having passion. Passion means a deep love or interest in something. If you love learning English, you will be motivated to continue, even when it gets hard. Think about someone who loves soccer. They practice every day, even when they don't win every game. Why? Because they love the game. The same idea works for learning English. If you are passionate about speaking English, you will keep going, even if you make mistakes. For example, let's think about Maria. Maria loves traveling. She dreams of visiting many countries and meeting new people. She started learning English because she knew it would help her talk to people from different cultures. Every time she learned a new word or phrase, she felt excited. This passion kept her going, even when it was difficult. Small steps make big changes. Another secret to never quitting is taking small steps every day. Sometimes, learning English can feel overwhelming. You might think you need to study for hours or learn everything quickly, but learning English does not need to be fast or hard. Imagine you learn just one new word each day. In 1 month, you will know 30 new words. That's a lot of progress in just 30 days. It's not about studying for hours each day. It's about practicing a little bit every day. Small steps add up over time. And before you know it, you will see how much progress you've made. Let's say you want to improve your speaking. You could practice for just 10 minutes every day. In 1 week, that's 70 minutes of practice. Those small daily steps will help you get better every day. This way, you don't need to worry about being perfect. You just need to practice little by little. Learning from mistakes. Failure is something that stops many people from learning. When you make mistakes, it can feel discouraging. But the truth is, mistakes are part of learning. Everyone makes mistakes, no matter what they are learning. Think about learning to ride a bike. When you first start, you might fall off. But the more you practice, the better you get. Learning English is the same. You might make mistakes while speaking or writing. But that's okay. Each mistake teaches you something new. It shows you what to work on next, and with every mistake, you get better. For example, Jack was learning English. He often made mistakes when speaking, and this made him feel frustrated. But instead of quitting, he kept going. He listened to the correct pronunciation and tried again. Slowly, he got better. Today, Jack speaks English more confidently because he kept practicing after every mistake. Setting clear goals to stay motivated. Another way to keep learning English is by setting goals. When you have a goal, you know exactly why you are learning English. This helps you stay motivated, especially when you feel tired or frustrated. For example, let's think about Anna. Anna wanted to work in an international company. She knew that speaking English well was important for this job. So, every time she felt tired of studying, she reminded herself of her goal. This helped her stay focused and motivated to keep learning English. Your goal doesn't have to be big. Maybe today, your goal is to learn 10 new words. Tomorrow, it could be understanding a short video in English. Setting small goals every day will help you improve. And when you reach one of your goals, you will feel proud and ready to move on to the next one. Goals also help you stay focused. When you know what you want to achieve, you can see your progress clearly. For example, if your goal is to watch a movie in English without subtitles, you will work hard to reach that goal. And when you finally do it, you will feel very proud. Perseverance, like a muscle. Perseverance is not something that comes naturally to everyone. But just like learning English, perseverance can be built over time. The more you practice, the stronger your perseverance will become. Imagine your mind is like a muscle. When you exercise a muscle, it gets stronger. The same is true for perseverance. The more you practice, the better you get at not giving up. Every time you study English, even when you don't feel like it, you are making your perseverance stronger. This will help you push through the tough times. Let's take Peter as an example. Peter wanted to travel the world and meet people from different countries. But sometimes, learning English made him feel frustrated. He couldn't speak as well as he wanted to. However, Peter never gave up. He kept practicing, and over time, his perseverance helped him get better. Today, Peter speaks English with confidence, and he has traveled to many countries, talking to people in English. Hope, believing that you can improve. Hope is another important part of perseverance. When you feel discouraged, hope is what helps you keep going. Hope means believing that things will get better and that your hard work will pay off. Imagine climbing a mountain. The climb is very hard, and you might feel like you're not getting closer to the top. But if you look ahead and believe that the top is near, you will keep climbing. Hope is what pushes you forward, even when the journey feels tough. When learning English, it's easy to feel frustrated if you don't see results right away. But hope keeps you going. It helps you believe that one day you will speak English fluently. The belief that your hard work will lead to success keeps you motivated to keep studying. For example, Sarah felt frustrated because she couldn't speak English as well as she wanted. But she always told herself, "I'm getting better. One day, I will be able to speak confidently." This hope kept Sarah going, even when she felt discouraged. Celebrating small wins. Learning a language can feel like a big task, but it's made up of many small steps. Each time you complete one of these small steps, it's important to celebrate. Celebrating your achievements will help you stay motivated. Maybe today you understood a short conversation in English, or you learned a new word. Perhaps you were able to speak for a few minutes in English without looking at a dictionary. These are all victories. Don't wait for big success to feel proud of yourself. Every small win is important and deserves to be celebrated. Let's think about John. John was learning English and wanted to watch movies without subtitles. One day, he was able to watch an entire movie and understand most of it. He felt very proud. Even though he wasn't perfect, he celebrated this small achievement. This success made him even more excited to keep learning. When you celebrate your small victories, it feels like adding fuel to a fire. Each small success makes you more motivated to keep learning. The more you celebrate, the more you will want to continue. Don't give up when you feel tired. There will be days when you feel tired or unmotivated. On these days, it might seem easier to give up. But remember, this is normal. Everyone has moments when they feel tired or doubt their progress. The secret to not quitting is to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Sometimes you might not have the energy to study for an hour, but you can still study for just 10 minutes. Those 10 minutes are better than doing nothing at all. In fact, once you start, you may feel motivated to continue for longer. Just starting is often the hardest part. Once you begin, it's easier to keep going. Sarah had a rule. She promised herself that she would study for just 10 minutes each day. Sometimes, those 10 minutes turned into 20 or 30 minutes because once she started, she felt motivated to keep going. Little by little, she improved her English skills. Consistency is key. The most important thing in learning English is consistency. It's not about studying for hours every day. It's about making learning part of your daily life. The more consistent you are, the more progress you will make. Think about a plant. If you water it every day, even just a little, it will grow over time. But if you forget to water it, the plant will not grow. Your English learning is like this plant. The more you practice every day, the more your skills will grow. Consistency doesn't mean studying for hours every day. It just means doing something in English every day. You could read a few sentences, listen to an English song, or write a short journal entry. These small daily actions will add up, and you will be amazed by how much you improve. Let's look at Lisa's story. Lisa wanted to speak English better, but she was very busy with work and other activities. Instead of giving up, she made time for English every day, even if it was just 10 minutes. Over time, her small daily practices made a big difference. Today, Lisa speaks English fluently and confidently. The power of patience. Patience is another important part of perseverance. Learning English is a long journey, and it takes time. Sometimes you might not see immediate results, and that's okay. It's important to be patient with yourself and trust the process. Think about learning how to bake a cake. At first, the recipe might seem complicated. You mix the ingredients, put the cake in the oven, and wait. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening. But after a while, the cake rises and becomes delicious. The same is true for learning English. You may not see big changes right away, but with time, your skills will improve. Tom has been learning English for a few months. At first, he felt frustrated because he didn't understand everything he heard. But he didn't give up. He kept practicing every day, even though it felt slow. After a few months, he could understand much more. He was patient with himself, and his effort paid off. If you are patient, you will eventually see the progress you are hoping for. This patience will also help you enjoy the learning process instead of rushing through it. Every step, no matter how small, is important. Stay positive and keep believing in yourself. Staying positive is another key to perseverance. When you keep a positive attitude, it's easier to keep going, even on difficult days. Instead of focusing on what you can't do, try to think about what you have achieved so far. This positive mindset will help you stay motivated. Take Maria, for example. She sometimes felt down because she wasn't learning as fast as she wanted. But instead of focusing on what she didn't know, she reminded herself of the things she had already learned. She was proud of every new word and phrase. This positive attitude kept her going. If you think positively, you will feel more motivated to keep learning. Remember, learning a language is not a race. It's a journey, and every step forward is a success. Surround yourself with support. Another way to stay motivated is by surrounding yourself with people who support you. Learning English can feel lonely at times, but when you have friends or family who encourage you, it's easier to stay on track. They can help you celebrate your successes and give you a boost when you feel down. For example, Jack was learning English and often felt discouraged. But his friend Sarah, who also spoke English, encouraged him to keep practicing. She helped him with new words and even practiced speaking with him. Having a friend like Sarah made a big difference for Jack. It gave him the confidence to keep going. You don't have to learn alone. Find people who share your goals, whether online or in person. Together, you can support each other and stay motivated. Remember why you started. It's easy to forget why you started learning English, especially when things get tough. But remembering your reasons for learning can help you stay focused. Your reasons might change over time, and that's okay. The important thing is to stay connected to your why. Maybe you started learning English because you want to travel. Maybe you want to get a better job or meet new people. Whatever your reason is, remind yourself of it often. When you remember why you started, it will help you push through the difficult moments and keep going. For example, Peter wanted to travel the world and meet new people. Every time he felt frustrated, he reminded himself of his dream. He knew that learning English was the key to making his dream come true. This kept him motivated and helped him stay on track. Learning from others. Another way to stay motivated is by learning from others who have also faced challenges. Hearing the stories of people who have learned English can inspire you to keep going. Many people have struggled with learning English, but their perseverance helped them reach their goals. Think about Anna, who moved to a new country where she didn't speak the language. At first, she felt shy and nervous. She made many mistakes, but instead of quitting, she practiced every day. She watched English shows, read books, and spoke with her new friends. Over time, Anna became fluent in English. Her story is a great example of how perseverance can lead to success. You can find inspiration by reading about other learners, joining language learning communities, or talking to people who have succeeded. Their experiences can motivate you to keep going, especially when things get difficult. Visualize your success. Visualizing your success is a powerful tool to help you stay motivated. This means imagining yourself reaching your goal and seeing the results of your hard work. When you picture yourself speaking English fluently or traveling to an English-speaking country, it helps you believe that it is possible. For example, let's say your goal is to speak English confidently at work. Every day, imagine yourself talking to your colleagues, understanding their questions, and answering without any fear. By visualizing this success, you remind yourself that it is possible and worth working toward. Visualizing your success helps you stay positive and focused. It gives you something to look forward to, and it makes the journey feel less difficult. When you can see your goal clearly in your mind, it feels more achievable, and that encourages you to keep going. Don't compare yourself to others. It's important to remember that everyone learns at their own pace. It's easy to look at other people and think they are learning faster than you, but this is not helpful. Everyone faces different challenges and learns in their own way. Sarah often compared herself to her friends who spoke English well. She felt frustrated when she couldn't speak as quickly or clearly as they did. But one day, she realized that she was making progress in her own way. She wasn't in a race with anyone. She was on her own journey, and that was okay. If you stop comparing yourself to others and focus on your own progress, you will feel more confident. It's not about being the best. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. When learning English, it's easy to focus only on the end goal, speaking fluently, understanding movies, or passing a test. But it's important to enjoy the process too. The journey of learning is full of small joys, discovering new words, having a conversation, or even just understanding a joke in English. For example, Jack loved reading books in English. He didn't always understand every word, but he enjoyed the process of figuring out the meaning. By focusing on the process, Jack made learning more enjoyable and less stressful. This helped him stay motivated and enjoy his journey, even when it was hard. Remember, learning English is not just about the result. It's about the steps you take along the way. Celebrate every small achievement and enjoy the process of becoming better every day. Keep going, even on difficult days. Finally, the most important thing is to keep going, even when it feels hard. Every learner faces days when they feel tired, frustrated, or unmotivated. But these are the moments when perseverance really matters. When you push through these difficult days, you become stronger. Think about a plant again. If it's a rainy day, the plant might not grow as quickly. But over time, the plant will still grow because it keeps getting the care it needs. Your English learning journey is the same. Even on tough days, keep going. Every little bit of effort counts, and eventually, you will see the results. For example, Maria sometimes felt like giving up after a long day at work. But she remembered her passion for traveling and her goal to speak to people in different countries. She studied just 10 minutes a day, and those small efforts added up. Today, she speaks English confidently when traveling and meeting new people.
Hey, if you learned something new today, please give this video a like. Write your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second and it really helps to create more English videos for you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.